Is the finished product. Here's the Fortune magazine. We're looking at the cover of the March 1941 Fortune magazine, and we open it up, and here it is. This is, well, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They chose 12 of his photographs and put it in this article called The City of the Angels. And it's interesting what this subtext is all about, because you're right, it was all about building up to the war.
That's right. Breathes its air power in the fabulous empire of oomph.
All right, now let's see what they chose, what the editors chose. This first one, Peace. What was that all about? I've never even seen this anywhere in L.A. What is this?
This is over on the west side in some of those oil fields out by Baldwin Park, I think, and it's one that Ansel reproduced pretty often. This is one of the few from this series that he really thought was a powerful image, and it's this juxtaposition of the contemplative and the industrial there.
Someone calls it home. This was a boarding house for war workers, for aircraft workers.
That's right. L.A. was bursting at the seams, and the housing crunch was hitting, and one of the focus of the article is about how people were scrambling to find a place to stay.
To market, and these two photographs show people out shopping. That looks like maybe in Westwood or somewhere. And then down here, a motorcycle shop. Then up here you've got, well, look, they've got a Immortality. That's a funeral home there. There are the people standing in line to have lunch at the corner lunch stand. A trailer camp in Santa Monica. And then here's our couple at home. He rivets wings at Lockheed.
Yeah, they're working in the factory, and this is a couple of Ansel's friends here.
Now, turning the page, look at this. Here are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of his photographs for this article in color, in beautiful color.
Well, Fortune was one of the early magazines to start working in color, and they must have told Adams to do some color work. Of course, he was known for his black and white, but he started working in color in the 40s as the color roll film from Kodak came out. This was the 2 1/4 film, and a few years later, he was one of the first to use their 4x5 color.
Now, we're starting with a wonderful, you know, there's the Los Angeles City Hall. Here is the Griffith Observatory. This looks like a harbor shot, like down in San Pedro or Long Beach or...
Well, it looks like that, but actually it's a backlot out in Burbank. It's a movie set, probably the Warner's lot.
Wow! What was the idea of having the Warner Brothers lot in a photograph about L.A. preparing for World War II?
I think it was under the heading of Ansel poking fun at L.A., but... Who knows?
All right, and then down here we've got one made in a market with produce. That's a beautifully contextual shot there. I'm talking like I know what I'm talking about here, but...
You've got to get a job as a curator there, Huell.
Aircraft laborers' homes, $50 down. Then here again is your Lockheed plant, Lockheed Aircraft Corporation, and then what is this? It says Southern California scene, only the planes are missing.
Yeah, this is the oil wells out, again, on the west side there. You know, the feature on the aircraft industry, what do they fly on but the fuel?
Wow. You know what? I like the color, but there's something more captivating about the black and white, isn't there?
Yeah, Adams always felt that way. Ansel was... shot color on assignment because the publishers wanted it, but his heart was in black and white, and he felt it had more of a graphic power, more of an abstract quality to it.
Now, I haven't seen these color pictures in your collection.
We don't have them. They didn't show up with the gift, and I sure would love to have them.
So he didn't give these to the library?
Yeah, it's interesting now. They may be lurking in another hidden archive. Well, this is part 2 of your show.
Looking for those color photographs. Well, he probably kept them in different categories, didn't he?
Yeah, he may have donated them to the University of Arizona in Tucson that has his archive, but I don't know.
Let's talk money here for just a minute. There are over 150, almost 170, what, 70?
Around 170. Yeah.
170 of these Ansel Adams photographs in this collection. Now, Mary Peterson, the librarian, paid $150 back in 1962 for the entire collection. What, in your expert opinion, would these photographs that he didn't like at all, what would they be worth today on the open market?
I think Ms. Peterson made a very good deal. And obviously, these are not the most collectible of Ansel's work, but any print by Ansel Adams goes for a couple of $1,000s these days. So these little small prints would, each one would be worth more than the $150 that the library paid for the whole collection.
So what are you saying? What if I wanted, I like this one,
Well,
of
that's
these
a
two
classic.
cards. That's a classic. Don't you like that one?
I think it's fabulous.
Now, what if I wanted to buy this off Carolyn, just a, private deal on the side here? What do you think, would be a fair price for a photograph like this?
Well, I'm sure Carolyn is not planning to sell, but if she were, I would think that $500 to $1,000 would be about a reasonable price for a print
this
like that.
one little print. Is it just because it's Ansel Adams? Is it because it was a print from when would this print have been made? When would
He
this?
probably made the contact print soon after making the photograph, so probably 1940. It's an Ansel Adams print. That's its primary market
Wow,
factor.
so you're sitting on a gold mine here. You could raise all kind of money for the library fund.
Well, we find that most people are just as happy with a great copy that we can make for them and sell to them. And we can make it this size, or we can make it this size or that size. And all of that's on our website. And that's how we hope that people will enjoy our photographs by buying some, and they can enjoy them at home and tell the stories behind it.
So they can get these off the web.
The information is online on how to order them.
Right.
So that's the best way. If they want it for nonprofit, for home use only, you can pick them off the web. That's fair use. But if you want to enlarge it, if you want to give it as a gift or something like that, then you need to come through the steps that we need to take.
So you can go through the legal steps to
Yes.
do something with that, and then you're keeping the originals right here.
Yes, we are.
This is a great thing that Carolyn and her team has been doing over the past decade, really, is building this collection with an online presence through the work of staff and a lot of volunteers. And it's just an incredible resource for the history of Los Angeles. And what gets me is that Ansel's a part of this, and I just think it's wonderful that he thought to donate this material.
Do you think that he would have any idea that these photographs would one day be discussed the way they're being discussed today? He almost just threw them away.
Well, a lot of artists don't recognize just how seriously their legacy is going to be taken, and he was just cleaning out the cupboards, but people recognize that his contributions are something worth preserving.
Well, thank goodness they're here. Congratulations on
Thank you.
having them in your collection. Your assistants kind of stand watch over them every day, too, because I know you have a lot of photographs here, but these have to be some of the finest in your collection.
Absolutely. Love to have them here.
Well, it was done as an assignment, as a paying gig back in 1939, 1940, but they are here today for everyone to see and enjoy this glimpse of pre-war Los Angeles and its people, done by Ansel Adams years ago. And they're still as relevant and interesting and fascinating and captivating today as they were when they were first shot 65 years ago.